All right. Hello and welcome to this video. So till now what we have been seeing the idle shell or the console or the prompt to understand certain concept and basic concepts in Python, right? We also saw input functions, print function, operators, and the primitive data types, right? From this lecture, we'll start with PyCharm, right? In the previous initial video, we have already installed PyCharm. I hope you guys have already done that. In this video, we'll look at to create a simple Python program and run that program in PyCharm. So let's quickly open PyCharm. We'll go to the search bar, search PyCharm and open it. Might take few seconds to open. All right. So this is what it looks like, right? So we had created a file. We have created a project, my underscore project, and we had created a file code.py inside that, right? So before we can start to write our programs, let's do certain changes. So if you see this main menu, this I think there are 4 or 5 lines here on the left side. It's called the main menu. Go to file, right? And go to settings. If you go to settings, what you can do is you can change the appearance. So in the appearance, what we want is we want to change the theme to, let's say, dark theme. We can do that. All right. And if you can see here, there is an editor option, right? In the editor option, if you open up this, you can see a font, right? You can go to that font and maybe you can increase the font size. So this will increase the font size of the program that we'll write. So it's quite visible to you. So basically, maybe I'll change it to 16. All right. There are other things as well, like code style, color scheme, and all those things. You can see a lot change and see a lot of things here. But I won't be doing anything of that sort. Even the font can be changed, right? Font style can be changed from this drop down. I'll keep it as it is. So I'll apply this, press OK. So 2 things I did. I basically changed the theme to dark and I increased the font. I'll close this file. Now, what we're going to do is we'll create a file and we will run that file by writing some program using the skills that we have learned till now, right? So again, we've already seen, but we'll see it again. Go to that my project, right click, go to new Python file. And what do we do here? We write the file name, right? So let's say we write my underscore program, and .py is the extension. Now, one thing to note here is if you give .py, there's not a problem. You can still give it, right? But if you don't give .py extension, and if you have selected this Python file over here, then it will automatically create the file using the .py extension. So you don't have to mandatorily give the .py extension, right? Either you click enter or just press enter, or either click this Python file without the .py, and it will basically create the file with .py extension by itself, right? So that's one thing. Okay. So this my underscore program.py has been created. We created this file. Now we'll write some basic code. So let's take an example wherein we are taking a couple of inputs from the user and printing them, right? So let's take input. Okay. Or let's do one thing. Let's print a simple program. Let's print hello everyone, right? We are learning Python. So let's start with a simple program, right? Let's understand how to print this. Now, we have been seeing printing certain things in idle ID. Like say, for example, if I want to print something, I don't have to say print. Let's say I have a value num equal to 10. And if I say num here, it'll work fine, right? The print function prints it for us as well, 10. So this is a feature of this interactive IDE. But if we simply say, let's again come back to this. Let's say I say num equal to 10. Okay, and if I simply say num, it will not have any effect. It will not print the value. Okay, I'll show you that. How? Again, let's basically have this and see how to run the program. So we have this line of code, a simple printing statement, right? Printing a single line, and let's see how this works. So again, you can go to this main menu. Okay, go to run, and there's an option called run my underscore program. You can do that. Also, if you see, it's saying Shift F10 is a shortcut for doing that, right? Or you can go to this run option, and here your file will be listed. So there are multiple options to run a program. You can choose any one of them as per your convenience. So I'll click on my program. It will execute. Now, what's the meaning of execution? It will run the program. Whatever you have written in the program, we'll get the output of it. So if you see a new panel or a new console has come up, right? A new window has come up wherein the output is being seen, right? This is the editor where we wrote the program. This is the output console or the output window. So if you see here, it says, hello everyone, we are learning Python, right? This is what we have printed. And if you see here, it's written process finished with exit code 0. Now, what is this exit code 0? Exit code 0 is the meaning, there's a meaning to it. It means the program has successfully executed, right? It has no error in the program and it is a success. If there is some other exit code here, it means there is some issue and the error will be displayed here. All right. So that's basically how to run a program and get the output, right? Now, going back, let's say I again write num equal to 10 and I simply write num. I was telling, right? Can I do this? Will it give an error? What will happen? Let's see. Again, let's say Shift F10 if I do, it runs. See, it runs. If you see, it basically ran the program. But I don't see the value of num. Why? Because as I said, right, only in the ideal prompt or an interactive prompt you'll get an output without the print function. And you observe it carefully, there is a yellow wobbly line below the num variable in line number 3. If you take your mouse and hover over it, right, for a few seconds, it says statement seems to have no effect. Right, the statement seems to have no effect. That's what is happening. It's not an error, first of all. Secondly, it will not do anything because without print function, we can't print anything, right? So if I want to print the value of num, I have to do print. Let's do function F10 to this program. I have to save it, I think. Control S, function F10. Sorry, Shift F10, my bad. And if you see here, it is printed now because we have used the print function, right? So what did we learn? We can run the program using Shift F10, and print is the function that has to be used when you print anything in a Python program, right? Remember that. Now let's take some inputs here. So let's maybe have these things. Let it be, right? Or let's comment it. How to multi-line comment it? How to comment multi-line like this? Triple quote starting, and it's not 3, it's 4. 3 here and 3 here. So what will happen? This is a commented program, right? This will not get executed. All right. Now let's take an input age equal to input. Enter. Okay. First, let's take a name of that person. Name equal to input. Enter your name. Right. And here, let's say, what's your age? Right. And remember one thing, how the output will be saved in the age variable as integer or string? Should be string, right? Yes, because input function basically read everything as a string only. So remember to typecast it. We can typecast it later, or what we can do is we can wrap everything. The input function can be wrapped with int here. We can do this, right? So first we'll take the input, whatever the input will be there, it will be converting it into int or float. It depends on, if you are giving a partial age, right? 25.5 or something like that. I'll assume it to be an integer, right? As of now, let's say I'll print name, comma, age, right? Now, either do shift F10 or go to run my program. So it's asking enter a name. Nothing gets printed till line number 5. Why? Because they are commented, right? Enter a name. Let's say the name is John. And what's the age? Age is, let's say, 20. And we are printing name, comma, age. And we know there will be a space separator by default. So John space 20 is printed. All right. Usually the file that is getting created gets auto saved. But if you want to keep on make sure that it is getting saved, you put Control S or maybe come here and save as. Right. That's all for this video. See you in the next one.